What's good, guys? Welcome back to another video where today we're going to be speaking about the Premier League Game Week 36 matches. Now we have, I believe, around 2 or 3 matches for each club left, except for like Man City and Tottenham. And yeah, the season is almost done. So let's get started into the first game. We have Luton Town versus Everton. This could be a tight one, so let's get started with Luton Town. This team's actually struggling right now. Like, I rate them as a team overall, but I don't know what has happened to them. They play some decent football, but they need to focus a lot more on getting the results the next few games, as they sit in 18th place right now and they are 1 point off 17th place. They get a point or a win out of this game, it could take them out of the relegation zone. Onto Everton. They have been quite good recently, have picked up some form. Surprisingly, they got a 2-0 win against Liverpool. Been playing some really good football as well. One of the best teams defensively in the league, actually. Like, when I heard that, I'm like, there's no way, but it's actually true. And my prediction for this game is gonna be a 2-0 win for Everton. Now we have Arsenal versus Bournemouth. Arsenal should be winning this game, in my opinion, so let's get started with Arsenal. They have been very good this season. I'm sure we all know that. They just came off a 3-2 win at the Tottenham Stadium, and they won the North London derby last game, and Havertz is really gaining his form. We love to see it. He is almost scoring goals every single match when he starts up top in the center forward position. The best team defensively in the league right now. Onto Bournemouth, they have been good as well, starting to find some form. Won 3-0 against Brighton in their last game, and that was a result I was not really expecting at all. A very underrated team in the Premier League, and my prediction is going to be a 3-1 win for Arsenal. And we move on to Brentford versus Fulham. Now this game I think will be pretty tight. Both teams are kind of in like the mid-table, so let's get started with Brentford. They have not been as good this season, to be fair. Their form recently has been good. Wissa has been a great player for them. He has been scoring quite a few goals for them. Tony is back as well, so that's a big positive for Brentford. Onto Fulham, they have been not too bad as well, although their form has been a bit like iffy, if you want to say, and they win some, then they lose some. That's the kind of form they're in. And Muniz is back to scoring, and he got a goal against Crystal Palace. And in that game, they actually drew 1-1. But in this game, I think it's going to be a 2-2 draw. Now we have Burnley versus Newcastle. Surely Newcastle win this one, unless Burnley turn up here, because they really need to. So let's get started with Burnley. They have not been good this season, we gotta be honest. But their form recently has been pretty good. They've been getting quite a bit of draws in the past few matches. Last game they actually drew 1-1 against Man United, and they need to come out blazing in these last 3 games. They need to play their best football, because these last 3 games could help them. If they do get a point or 3 points, it could help them like get out of the relegation zone. But I do believe they probably need to win all of their games. And onto Newcastle, they've been not too bad this season. Form has been pretty good recently. They only lost 1 game in their last 5 matches. And their last game, they actually slapped Sheffield United 5-1. What a result. And Isak, man, this guy is such an incredible striker. I would love to have him at Arsenal. It would just remind me of Thierry Henry, kind of, in a way. And my prediction is going to be a 4-1 win for Newcastle. We have Sheffield United versus Nottingham Forest. This is like a relegation battle type of game, even though Sheffield United are officially relegated. Let's get started with them. They've been struggling so hard this season. As I said, they are officially relegated from the Premier League. They have conceded goals like crazy. Like, I've never seen a club concede this many goals, like, ever since I started football, watching football. And at this moment, they have conceded like 97 goals. And there's like a few games to go, so I do believe they will concede 100 plus goals, which is a madness. I've never seen it before. And on to Nottingham Forest. They've been struggling quite a bit this season. Their form has been not too good in the past few games. They did play City in the last game, and they played not too bad. They lost 2-0. Lots of chances were missed, and overall they put up a fight though, but they couldn't get anything out of it. So my prediction is going to be a 2-1 win for Forest. And we have Man City versus Wolves. Man City surely got this game. So let's get started with City. This team has been very good this season. I believe they are worse than last season, but they are on track to win a 4th straight Premier League title. The quality on this team is actually insane. They are now hitting their 3rd gear. This is when they thrive late in the season. I think they will win their 4th straight Premier League title. And on to Wolves. They have been pretty good this year. Form has not been too good though. Recently, they did win their last game 2-1 though, so maybe they will end their season on a high. Who knows, but this team does play some really clean football whenever I watch a Wolves match. But I think Man City is going to win this game 3-1. Now we have a pretty good game, Chelsea versus West Ham. Let's get started with Chelsea. Form-wise, they have not been too good. They did get a draw versus Villa last game. They were 2-0 down and came back, which is a good mentality from the team. And Palmer has been such a key player for the team. The team is starting to play well and just gel together. They're starting to play some quite nice football, which is good for Chelsea fans. And on to West Ham. The Hammers have been a good side. Recently, their form has dropped a bit, probably due to them playing in the Europa League. And Bowen has been absolutely amazing for the club. They ended Liverpool's title hopes with a 2-2 draw when they played them last game. Now my prediction is going to be a 2-2 draw. Now we have Brighton versus Aston Villa. This game should be a very good one. So let's get started with Brighton. This team has not been the best this season. Don't get me wrong, they do play some pretty good football, but it seems like something is missing from the team. Like, they are not scoring as many goals as before, and they did lose to Bournemouth 3-0 this past game. And on to Aston Villa. This team has been great this season. They are on track to get Champions League football. It will be absolutely huge for the club. It might be like the first time ever that they got Champions League football. If they do, and Watkins has been balling out this season. I say this every single video. We just gotta give him credit for what he's doing. Incredible player. And Unai Emery has done a fantastic job here. Like, they beat Arsenal 2-0 a few weeks back, which was a bit of a pain because it kind of stopped us from going on a really good run, and it could have put us, like, if we won that game, we probably could have been top of the league, but it is what it is. And my prediction is going to be a 3-1 win for Aston Villa. Now we have a Liverpool versus Tottenham. Now this game is going to be a good one. So let's get started with Liverpool. They have been good this season, just their form has dropped in the last few games. They drew 2-2, as I said before, to West Ham, which ended their title hopes. And there was footage of Salah and Klopp arguing, so I'm not sure what that was about. Their attack just couldn't finish their chances throughout the season. Like, Nunez missed a lot of chances, Diaz as well. They just couldn't finish their dinner. People are saying that Nunez needs to be sold. A new striker needs to be brought in. So it's interesting. We'll see what happens with that. On to Tottenham. They have had an okay season. Form-wise, they've been not too bad. Like this past week, they played in the North London Derby. As I mentioned before as well, they did lose 3-2, but played well in the second half, I gotta say. And Heung-min Son is going to be key in these last few games. And this club is actually also chasing Champions League football. So it's between Aston Villa and Tottenham. So let's see who gets that Champions League spot. My prediction is going to be a 2-1 win for Liverpool. The last and final game we have is Crystal Palace versus Manchester United. Honestly, this game is going to be great. So let's get started with Palace. They have not been too bad this season. Recently, they have been amazing though. Winning against Liverpool a few weeks ago, then beating West Ham 5-2. Like, what a result. And Glasner has completely transformed them in just a few games. It's incredible. Actually amazing what he has done. Gotta give him full credit. He has them playing such good football. It's really good to watch. Onto Man United, they have been not too bad. Their form has been decent recently, although they did draw versus Burnley, which is not good. I fully expected Man United to win that game. And Onana in that game, he palmed a guy or a player in the face and he gave a penalty away. And that pen basically made them draw the game, which was probably very frustrating for United fans. But I see Crystal Palace coming out on top with a 2-1 win. Well, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy the video. Don't forget to drop a like, comment down below all your predictions. I will check them out. And don't forget to subscribe as well. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.